Buying a used camera can be really overwhelming, especially if you're doing it for the first time. You see a listing online, you like the camera, you like the pricing, you speak to the seller. Now it's showtime. You're gonna meet the seller and see the camera for the first time in person. What are the things you should check to make sure you don't regret this purchase later? In this video, I wanna help you guys out with just that. I'm gonna be giving you guys a checklist, things you have to check to make sure you're getting a good deal, a good working camera. And consider this as your used camera buying guide for 2025. It's gonna work for both mirrorless as well as DSLRs. And I've been buying and selling camera gear online for a while now. I've sold and bought my fair share of camera equipment, so I think I can help you guys out in this topic. Now, before you even get to the camera, ask a few basic questions, like when was this camera purchased? Do you have the original invoice/receipt? Is this still under warranty? Now, most of the time, the camera won't be under warranty if the seller is actually listing it online, but sometimes it can be, and it's useful to have the invoice. Now, you should also ask for the original packaging if they still have it, and if they have the accessories that came with the camera, like the charger, batteries, or any other accessories like cables and stuff. For example, this is what an original Canon charger looks like, and this is what an original Canon battery looks like. Now, you can see pictures online for other brands like Nikon, Sony, Fujifilm, whatever brand you're looking at, but there are a plethora of third-party batteries on the internet. So these are what third-party Canon batteries look like. They're all LPE6s, just from different brands, different capacities. Some of them even have USB-C ports. Now, these batteries are not bad, but the original batteries are always nice to have. So these are the questions you should ask them. You should also ask them what the camera was used for, like if they are a wildlife photographer, if they shot weddings, portraits, street, if they were really adventurous and took the cameras to trips, underwater, skydiving, whatever it is, you'll have an idea for things you should be checking. Now, you should also ask if they bought any accessories while they were using the camera, like battery grips or protective cases, bags and stuff. They might be able to give you guys a good deal since they're anyway selling the camera. They don't really have use for these things. So again, make an effort to ask for these things as well. Next up, starting off with the camera itself, check for the exterior and cosmetic condition. Now, cosmetic wear and tear is going to be my last priority personally. If the camera is good and I'm getting a good deal, I don't mind a little bit of painting, chipping off or the grip coming off. But again, the better the camera, the better the condition, the nicer it is for you. So again, do check. Now you want to check for major scratches or damage that might indicate that the camera was dropped or went through something serious. If you don't see anything like that and it seems like a normal wear and tear, it's fine. Like rubber can come off sometimes with use, paint can chip off, minor scratches are fine, and this matte finish becoming shiny is also like really normal. Next up, again, this is also part of the exterior condition. Check for port covers as well as covers on any other ports on the camera or any openings. These are again very normal. They come off very easily with use, so don't really worry about it. Now you want to check for the buttons and dials. Press every button, turn on the camera and see if everything works. Buttons should feel normal and they shouldn't feel really soft or mushy. They should have that feedback and they should be very consistent. Like they should activate and deactivate the function they're supposed to, especially with dials. Like with use, these dials can become really soft and smooth and not have that tactile feedback. You can't feel the notches. So see if they're consistent. And for example, these shutter and main dials should be able to change the aperture and shutter speed really quickly. And every notch should have an effect on the setting. So it might seem like these are really cheap to replace or repair, but a company like Canon or any other company for that matter will charge you a lot of money to replace this dial. And for the most part, they won't just replace this single dial. They'll ask you to replace the whole assembly. There's going to be additional labor cost, and it's just a lot of hassle you don't want to go through. Now, next up, you want to check the ports. So remove the port covers and see for any corrosion or any broken ports. You should bring along, some sort of cable to check the HDMI as well as the headphone and microphone jack, and again the USB as well. Insert the cable and wiggle it around to see if there are no loose connections. Like sometimes the port might work, but when you shake the cable, it stops working. So that's something you should check. And for card slots, high-end cameras have 2 card slots, one CF and one SD. So you should bring along a memory card and see if the camera is able to read and write from the card. These are all really basic things. So check the display, check the ports, the dials, see for any scratches or damage on the display. If all of that is fine, also check for the touchscreen if everything is responsive and all the areas on the touchscreen are responsive. Check the hot shoe. If you have a flash, do it. If you don't, borrow one from a friend. It's also nice to bring along a laptop and a lens when you're buying a camera, because these are going to be helpful later on to check the serious stuff. Now you want to check the sensor. First off, with DSLRs, you're going to have a mirror in front of the sensor, but with mirrorless cameras, there's no mirror, so you see the sensor directly. If you have a DSLR that you're looking at, just go into the menu and there's going to be a mirror lockup option or manual sensor cleaning. For Canon, there's sensor cleaning, and you can just go to manually clean right here. And this is gonna lift the mirror for you. So you wanna check for any big dust particles or any scratches or any damage on the sensor just from the naked eye. And you'll be able to spot them really easily. Also, try to do these in well-lit environments, especially you should be doing it in the daytime. It's helpful. Just check the sensor, like examine it, see if there are any big dust particles or any scratches. Anything evident is a red flag, but if the sensor looks fine for the most part, don't worry about it. We can move on. Now you want to ask them for the shutter count. Shutter count, in simple terms, is the amount of photos and videos taken on the camera. So a click of a photo is one shutter count. Now for Canon cameras, especially their older DSLRs like the 5D series, the shutter count Canon says is good to use is 150,000. Anything above that and it's not covered under warranty, and you'll have to replace the shutter and the whole mirror assembly. Now it doesn't mean that if the camera has clicked over 150,000 photos, it's gonna stop immediately, but there is always a risk. I've seen people who have shot 400,000 photos or 1,000,000 photos on these cameras without any issues. But again, like I said, there is always a risk, and you want to be aware about that risk. You need to know how many photos were taken. If the user tells you a number, there is a way to verify it. There is a software called Tornado EOS, and there's one for Nikon as well. You have to download that. It's free. I'll leave a link down below in the description. You connect your camera via USB to the laptop, turn on that software, and it's going to give you the shutter and mirror count, and it's going to tell you exactly how many photos were taken. And if any other features are enabled or disabled on the camera, you'll know how many photos are taken and how much wear the shutter has had in its lifespans. Now to check the camera even further, always bring along a lens. I have this 20-70 2.8. You pop in an SD card, attach the lens, and you want to start by testing basic things like if the camera is able to take pictures and videos, is the autofocus working fine? Like point at different things and just see if the autofocus responds. So it should make that beep noise, and it should be relatively fast depending upon the model of the camera. After you test basic things like autofocus, you want to test the sensor even further for laser damage or any evident scratches or damage. So laser damage is basically like green lines on a display, so it's across the screen. It's very hard to ignore, and it's a big red flag. Do not buy a camera that has laser damage. And you also want to check for anything evident on the live view. Now for smaller things or dead pixels, what you want to do is put your camera to aperture priority. It's basically AV. Set your lens to manual focus and set it to the longest focal length. In my case, it's 70, and the ISO should be 100. And you want to take a picture of a white surface, like this table right here. And you want to zoom into this photo and see for any dead pixels or any damage. Basically, I have shadow coming on my table, so it's not completely white, but you should be able to find a white wall really easily. You can also put this on a laptop and zoom in with Photoshop or Lightroom. You should be able to see the spots. Sometimes it's dust on the sensor or dust on your lens, but if it's not that, if you see any gray spots or anything like that, you might need to clean it. So have a blower with you to test for that as well. And if you've checked all of those things and all the boxes are ticked, it's able to take videos and photos fine, autofocus is good, no damage on the sensor, ports are working, buttons are working fine, dials are responsive, you can actually pull the trigger, go ahead and buy the camera. And inside your head, you know that you've made sure to check everything and you're getting yourself a good camera, a good deal. Of course, you want to negotiate on the price as much as possible. Now, in the comment section down below, if any of you guys have ever bought, cameras or lenses online in used or refurbished condition, do share your experiences, your thoughts, any advice, or any helpful tips for new buyers. It's going to help me as well as the viewers of this channel. Please share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like this video if you guys enjoyed. I'll also do a video on buying used camera lenses. So if you are into buying used gear, you want to get yourself good deals, I'll be making a video on buying used lenses and what to check. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss out on future uploads. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.